up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Inside the Vinyl. I'm your host, Tim Bianconi. If you would go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below, that would be appreciated. If you could also hit that notification bell so you could be notified when we put out new content, that would be appreciated also. So we're going to unbox another new release, and once again, I'm a little bit late to the party. However, this time is Amazon's fault, as I ordered this album before it came out, and it took almost a week to get here, and that would be the brand new Skid Row album, The Gang's All Here. All right, so just to give you a little backstory on this album, this was released just a little over a week ago on October 14, 2022. It was released on the Ear Music label. Of course, there's no Billboard or RIAA certifications or anything like that to discuss. This is the first album with new singer Erik Grönwall, formerly of the Swedish band Heat. And this is their first full album, I think, in 16 years or so. If I'm wrong, I'll correct that at the bottom. So but let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. All right, so again, front cover, The Gang's All Here. Back cover. Hopefully this will look a little better once we take the shrink wrap off. Alright. This is always the fun part. Hey, wow. That just came off super easy. Yeah, like I said, I ordered this. I want to say, it may have been the day it came out, but Amazon had told me it was going to be here last Sunday. And then didn't bother to tell me that they actually sent it UPS instead of normal Prime. And I didn't end up getting it until like Thursday or Friday of this past week. So anyway, whatever. Alright, so there you go. Front cover of the Skid Row album with the backs of the band. Which is still 3/5 original. And here is the back side with the track listing and everything else. So very, very cool. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the inside here. So if we open up the gatefold, we see a full picture of the band in some sort of club, bar setting, something or other. I'm not really sure what that is. But there is the inside cover. I think this is just a single album. Yeah, it is. All right, so let's go ahead and slide out the inside. Let's see if there's anything else in here. I don't want any surprises. All right. So nothing to discuss there really, but let's go ahead and take a look here. All right, so here is the inner sleeve. On one side, we have a picture of the band as well as some liner notes, some different things, and then there are some lyrics on there too. And then on the other side of the inner sleeve, we have more lyrics. So really cool. And ooh, this is fancy. So I got this cool red vinyl. So take a look at that. That's pretty neat. Actually, just turn it that way. Yeah, so here's some really cool looking red vinyl. There's side A with the sticker in the middle, side B with the same sticker in the middle. All right. Sorry, I still think colored vinyl is the coolest thing. Splatter vinyl is really cool too, but just a nice, solid, like red or, some like really explosive color like that, I just think is really, really cool. So there you have it. There's everything that comes with the new Skid Row album. It doesn't look like there's a download card or anything like that in there. Doesn't seem like they're really doing that much anymore with new albums, and it's unfortunate. So the reviews are fairly positive for this album. I guess it depends on who you ask. Anybody, you've always got your people out there that are like, Skid Row sucks without Sebastian Bach, or however they talk, and refuse to accept anything that doesn't include Sebastian Bach or original members, and I get that. I try to listen to music with my ears instead of my eyes and be focused more on the music rather than who's in the band. Now, that being said, I was not a fan of anything Skid Row did since Bach left until this album. I just kind of felt like some of the singers they had and some of the directions they went into, just in my opinion, weren't very Skid Row. And this album, not only having a singer that is similar to Bach, but younger and can still hit all those notes and everything. But I think the band, like the music and everything on this album is very reminiscent, of those, early Skid Row albums. So I think it's like a total return to form, in my opinion. And most music fans, beyond the Bach lovers, which I am too, but whatever, but most music fans and reviewers have given the album, pretty high marks. Some calling it the rock album of 2022. And I will say, I did listen to this a couple of times before I finally got my vinyl here, and I will say this is a great album. This is a total return to form. My favorite songs on here, Tear It Down, which is one of the singles that was released from the record. Time Bomb, which I think was the last song, the last video they released before the album came out. That's a really cool tune. Hell or High Water, which is the album opener. I mean, just a great tune. And the title track, which was released, 7 months before the album came out? I don't understand that either. But they released the title track 7 months before the album came out. And when I listened to this record, like I didn't like the title track that much when I first heard it because I didn't really like the production, and I know I get on here all the time like, the production sucks and blah blah blah, whatever. But I just thought it was a little bit weak. Well, what's funny to me is that when I listen to this whole album, I still feel like that song sticks out like a sore thumb. Like it doesn't feel like it was recorded or mixed at the same time the rest of this album was. I could be completely wrong about that. I'm not really sure, but the rest of this album is like sonically pleasing. Like everything's just, like the mix and everything is just perfect. But the title track still just kind of feels like it's lacking something. Although it is a cool song, it is catchy, so I do like it. Like I said, that they released that first single back in March, and the album came out in October. I don't really understand why rock bands or why they do that to promote rock albums. When I was a kid, I remember you'd hear like something like Dr. Feelgood came out. I remember hearing that song like 2 or 3 weeks before the album came out, and you were like super stoked to get it, and you're buying the album and it's hitting like right when that song is hitting its peak. Now you're hearing half the album before the album comes out. I guess they're just hoping to get those first week sales, and then everything just kind of slides off. I don't know. To me, I feel like if you have a song that's hitting, at radio or hitting, on Sirius or wherever it is, put the album out and capitalize on that. But that's just me. I don't know shit about marketing. It just seems kind of obvious that at least for rock music, putting out songs months, like several months before the album comes out just doesn't work. That's just my opinion. But they all do it, so what do I know? But like I said, the album is really good. It's the best thing since Sebastian Bach's last record with the band. I think I'll be pretty interested to see where it falls on the charts because I don't think anything that they released with Solinger or Thard or any of those guys, charted. I don't think anything from Skid Row is charted other than like a greatest hits album since Sebastian Bach left. So we'll see. So far the numbers on this thing are looking pretty good. I hope it does well. It'd be nice to hear some radio play or something like that, but that's over my head. So I'm kind of hoping they come here on the tour. I saw Skid Row with Johnny Solinger back opening for Kiss in 2000, and it was good, but I'd really like to see them live, with Eric Gronwall, because the stuff I've seen on YouTube has just been amazing. So again, new Skid Row just came out. The gang's all here. If you like the debut album, if you like Slave to the Grind, if you like Subhuman Race, you're going to love The Gang's All Here. It is classic Skid Row. So that's all I've got for you today. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel below. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we put out new content. I've got the rest of my Inside the Vinyl and unboxing series. We talk about live albums. We talk about new releases. We talk about box sets, talk about lost classics, all sorts of things, and with it being fall, I was hoping to have more unboxing to do so far, but for me, there hasn't really been a whole lot. This is a no-budget show, so for me to, open it up, review it, or whatever, it's got to be something I want to spend my money on. This definitely qualifies. So check all that stuff out, and if you're into disc golf, I've got some mediocre disc golf videos starring some very mediocre players, myself included. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace out. There you go, boy.